The divisional round of the 2025 NFL season is here, and last week, we went fucking perfect, baby! Literally, best week ever had predicting football all time. 6-0, correctly predicted the results of all 6 wildcard games, and went 5-0 in all of my official bets. Holy shit, I am cracked, I am him, I am the GOAT. So, see the little number right here? You remember how it said about like negative 13 units last week? We went up 5.64 units off wildcard weekend alone. Now we're up to, well, it was like 7-something units now. We almost basically cut it in half. And this week, we were only down to 4 games. We only got 7 games left of football for the 2025 season. And from here on out, we're going big or we're going home. We're going to get this fucking number all the way back up to the green. Or at the very least, we're going to break even or close to it. I want to get it to the green to end the year off, though. So, this week only, well, until like the next season too, but unlike all past other weeks, this week, we're doubling up on units! Every bet from here on out, 2 units worth of bets. Usually, it's all 1 unit before, now 2 units, 2 fucking units. I am Neon Manta. Let's get into the divisional round of the 2025 season. Shut your mouth! Let's talk ball. Starting off, we have the 6 seed Buffalo Bills taking on the 1 seed Denver Broncos. Y'all know, if you've been watching my weekly NFL videos, y'all know how I feel about the Bills, and y'all know how I feel about the Broncos this season. The Broncos are fraudulent. Don't get it twisted. That 1 seed was not earned the same way that a team like the Seahawks earned their 1 seed. Seahawks did get lucky a couple times, especially with bullshit like the Seattle lateral, but they have won a majority of their games very convincingly. Or at the very least, they looked competent and didn't look like most of the time they just pulled a win out of their ass, pulled a 4th quarter comeback, which apparently is the fucking theme of the season this year. But, yeah, Broncos are not as good as advertised. This one very fraudulent 1 seed. Bo Nix is not great. He has the clutch factor. He has some of the most amazing clutch I've ever seen. Unfortunately, showing up for 25% of a football game is not very sustainable, especially in the playoffs where 1 slip-up will mean that you're funzo dunzo. You can get away with that in the regular season where you can lose and it won't matter that much as long as you win enough to get into the playoffs. But here, nah, that shit ain't cutting it this time. And we're going to talk about a team later that I said that before last week, and they still benefited from it, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Meanwhile, the Bills are my AFC team of choice to go to the Super Bowl. I think it is their time. All of their demons are gone. You know the story. It's do or die for Josh Allen. If he doesn't make it, at least make it to the Super Bowl this year, then it's time to have some uncomfortable conversations about Josh Allen, that he truly is just a playoff choker, like a guy like Lamar Jackson. He just has choking in his DNA, and even with the clearest path he's ever had to the Super Bowl. If you get stopped by a guy like Bo Nix, who last week they ran out of fucking Buffalo when they only scored 1 touchdown, and that was it, that would be embarrassing. Buffalo having to go on the road to Denver and play in the Mile High Stadium is a pretty distinct disadvantage. I don't think it's going to matter too much because Josh Allen, has been there, done that. He's run the gamut. He's got way more experience doing this kind of thing than Bo Nix. This Bills team is pretty, they're vets. They've been there, done that. James Cook's the leading rusher. Jaguars last week, they had the best run defense in the league, and they didn't really limit James Cook and Josh Allen enough because they won in the end. And Broncos have a good run defense too. They have a very good defense overall, but it's gonna come down to the Buffalo offense. Can they overcome the Broncos defense? Because Bills defense is not good. Like I said last week, it's they're very much the Lions of the AFC, where they have a really good dynamic offense, nothing that but a very porous defense, we'll call it. It's tough. It's tough because I'm thinking about it. Like last week, it came down to the wire, and Jaguars were very close to pulling it off, and potentially exposing Josh Allen for the possible choke artist that he might be. But I have faith. It's Josh Allen. Y'all know who Josh Allen is. He's for my money the highest performing quarterback in the league. Definitely the highest performing quarterback in this playoff run. This playoff field rather. Bo Nix, it's his second time in the playoffs. His second year in the league, second year in the playoffs. For my money, even though he's got the 1 seed, he's still not in that much different of a position than he was last year. The only difference is they have the home field advantage, and their defense is better than it was last year. I will say, but that doesn't benefit Bo Nix on the offense. The only way I can see Broncos winning this game is if they pull their usual bullshit, where they get stifled the first 3 quarters, and then they fucking turn up out of nowhere. They turn the fucking Gurren Lagann key and unlock the ultimate spiral force that wins them the game at the end off the most wild comeback you've ever seen in your life. Then again, though, Broncos have usually only been able to do that against teams who lack that that comeback factor themselves. The Broncos haven't played the Bears this year. The Broncos haven't played the Bills this year until now, not in the regular season. And Bills are comeback kings themselves. Remember week 1? Still one in contention for game of the year. Really good comeback from, what were they down by, like 25 tops points? And they embarrassed Lamar Fraudson and the Ravens. Rest in peace, John Harbaugh, by the way. Have fun in New York. The Bills' offense will probably need to play like overdrive to get past this Broncos defense, because they can't let they need a. Is it bad to expect to say like they need a 30-point lead going into the fourth quarter in order for me to feel comfortable about them beating the Broncos? Because if it's anything less than 30, I'm terrified. If it's at least 30, I'm kicking my feet up. Like, no way the Broncos, even with with Bo Nix's clutch gene, can overcome a 30-point lead in a 15-minute quarter. So obviously, give me the Bills money line. I know the line says that it's at plus 100, but in the only since I'm in Florida and the only book that I have is Hard Rock, the only book I can take it at is at fucking the line that it is now, and the line that it is now, it's minus 105. So this picture is a little misleading. However, because we're big game hunting, and I want every single one of my bets to this week to have at least plus 100 odds. Don't want to get like too crazy or anything. We are bringing back Money Bag Manta parlays. This one, it's a parlay, but only a 2-legger, so nothing crazy, and it's also like the easiest shit ever. Let me fucking get it set up here. Okay, yeah, it's Bills money line, which I think I got at like minus 110. I think I got it at, and Josh Allen to have 4 rushing attempts, at least 4 rushing attempts. So that bumps it up to about like plus 104, plus 100. As long as this bet takes you to at least plus 100, that's what I'm giving out. If you are able to just take the Bills money line, not even risk anything, I would recommend that. Give me the Bills to win this game and move on to the AFC Conference Championship. Broncos are fraudulent. They are not getting past a team that is head and shoulders better than them. The only thing Broncos have over the Bills are the defense, but that's not going to matter because that offense is not that good. Bo Nix, not that good. He only plays 1 quarter of football. Josh Allen plays all fucking 4 quarters. They got guys like James Cook. They got guys like Khalil Shakir. Dalton Kincaid's been kind of cooking it up recently. I don't care how low-key nice guys like Cortland Sutton and RJ Harvey are. They are just not on the Bills' level right now. They can still get better as the years go on. This has been a great season for Denver, but unfortunately the ride ends here. Broncos country, let's die. Give me the Bills to win this game and move on. Next game. The 6-seed San Francisco 49ers versus the 1-seed Seattle Seahawks division rivalry. We're running it back for the rubber match, similarly to the Packers-Bears game last week. 49ers, well, thank God we knocked the fraudulent ass, they knocked the fraudulent ass Eagles out of the playoffs. Kevin Patullo, one of the worst offensive coordinators in the league, promptly got shit canned. AJ Brown's a fucking crash out. He whines and bitches all year about not getting targets, not getting passes. Then when he finally gets the ball passed his way, he drops him like a little bitch. Fuck AJ Brown. If the Eagles want to win anything, they're going to move on from him. They'll also move on from Jalen Hurts. Bro cannot throw the ball down the field to save his life. More than like 5 yards down. He can't throw it past the sticks. God knows he can't throw it past the fucking sticks. So fuck the Eagles. Just fuck the Eagles. Thank God that the Niners were able to win that for me, because that was my highest odds bets. They were at plus 200. How the fuck, like I said last week, how the fuck were the 49ers underdogs at plus 200? That was the easiest well, actually not the easiest catch of the night. It was actually a relatively close game, all things considered, but like, come on. How were they underdogs? Ball knowers knew. Ball knowers know ball. Unfortunately for this game, there are injury concerns on both sides, it turns out. One might not be as serious as the other though. Bleh. Rest in peace, George Kittle. My thoughts and prayers are with you. It sucks that you had to get injured at the worst possible time. Apparently, at one point in the game, I think like during halftime, it was seen that, like someone close to Kittle brought in an entire bottle of tequila to the locker room where he was resting from his torn Achilles. And apparently he finished the whole fucking bottle before the end of the game, which is insane to me. I drink a shot of tequila and I get all, like my throat starts to burn like a motherfucker. How do you down an entire bottle of it in like an hour and a half? Jesus. So losing George Kittle is huge for the Niners. Even I'll say this right now, not to spoil my pick, because I'm gonna get into this one a little bit deeper in the weeds here. Even if they had Kittle, the way that the Seahawks and the 49ers have been matching up all year, where we think it's gonna be a big offensive shootout, but then it turns out it's a low-scoring defensive battle somehow. Even fucking Week 18, where it was the battle for the 1 seed, and yet both offenses kind of got stifled out by the defenses. Even though, while Seahawks have a really good defense, like, I would say third place in the, I don't know about the league, but definitely in this playoff field, just behind Texans and Broncos. For them to get held up, well, they held up the Niners offense, but that's the point. For the Niners defense, the injured, hospital-ass, IR Niners defense to hold the Seahawks the way they have been, especially in Week 18. Low-key nice. Sadly, it looks like, excuse me, Fred Warner, despite news that he was like trending towards a recovery to make it to the divisional round, he's gonna end up missing the game, so they're gonna be without him again. And without George Kittle on both blocking and catching passes for him, because I think, McCaffrey is the best receiver and best runner on the Niners. But if we're talking a guy who's a tight end is supposed to receive more than a running back, basically. And since now the best other, catcher on the Niners is gone, and they're stuck with McCaffrey, who's gonna now get super double coverage the entire game, because the like last week matchup between these guys, when I think the Seahawks held him to his like career low, like 26 yards, because I think that's his career low without like getting injured mid game and getting taken out. yeah, for a guy like fucking Christian McCaffrey, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Um, because of this, I think this is going to be another low scoring game. Um, without Kittle to also block on that O line. Seahawks defense is gonna have Purdy running for his life. Sam Darnold for the Seahawks, on the other hand, he did come out, I think yesterday, and say that he's been dealing with an oblique injury that he got during practice, I think. Which is crazy because they're the 1 seed. They got a week off, so very unfortunate timing to get injured when he did. It's questionable. He's saying there's like conflicting opinions on both sides. Sam Darnold himself is being like, "Nah, I'm gonna play, trust." But then guys like Clint Kubiak are like, they're declining to give an answer, which does not exactly bode well for the Seahawks. Because without Sam Darnold, they got to rely on. I'm a fan of Drew Horsecock Lock. Does he have a Nick Foles run in him? I don't know. Without Sam Darnold, the Seahawks might be fucked. Then again, Sam Darnold is a choker of sorts. Granted, he has been beating the choker allegations with a belt very recently. He did not choke against the Rams in a big game. He did not choke against the 49ers for the 1 seed, even though the defense was kind of limiting him and his ability. Now that the lights are at their absolute brightest, where a loss means you're out of here, I'm still not 100% convinced. If Sam Darnold wins this game, I'm gonna forever stop calling him a choker, and then I'll drop the choking allegations from him entirely. Because the way that these games have gone throughout the years, because like the week 1 matchup between these teams, the 49ers were able to win, but it was still close, and that was when they had basically everyone. In week 18, another close game, low scoring, but then Seahawks were able to overcome it. Without guys like Kittle, without guys like Fred Warner, without guys like Bosa, I don't see the 49ers making it past this round. I got the Seahawks to win. I would take the spread, but because both times these teams have matched up, it's been low scoring. I can't lay 7 points on the Seahawks. But at the same time, I also can't lay 7 points against the Seahawks with the 49ers because George Kittle's out, their defense is injured. Maybe this is when the lights are at the brightest, maybe this is when the Seahawks turn the fuck up on the 49ers and then blow them out the building. So I can't take the spread on this one, and the money line's too low, so you know what that means. It's time to bring back the Money Bag Manta Parlay for real on a 4-legger. Here we go. Alright, so listen up. A lot of these lines are going to be relatively low, but the point is we're trying to get it just into the plus 100 range. So we got Seahawks to win, naturally. We've got JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, to have 65 receiving yards. We got Zach Charbonnet to get 25 rushing yards. And we got Christian McCaffrey to record 4 receptions. JSN has been pretty good at JSN averages like fucking 70, 80 yards a game. It's crazy. 100-yard games are not uncommon for him. He was close to breaking the record set by my GOAT, Calvin Johnson, in receiving yards in a season. So, thank God he didn't clear that. But I think he'll be able to clear 65 easily. I'm scared if Sam Darnold doesn't play, then don't take this line at all. Yeah, I would just drop that line from him entirely. I would instead go for I'd put in fucking Kenneth Walker 25 or 40 rushing yards. I'd swap that out for that. Zach Charbonnet I believe he has actually cleared this line every single week except for one, and I think it's because it was a blowout game. So that one's pretty free, and with George Kittle gone, McCaffrey is going to be catching passes. He's going to get targets like crazy. I can't take him on yards because of that defense, but I can take him on receptions. I am envisioning a lot of screens. I'm rubbing my crystal ball. I'm envisioning a lot of screens headed towards Christian McCaffrey's way. So, with all of that, I got those odds up to about plus 103. You want to mix and match to get that to 103 yourself or to the plus 100. Basically, bottom line is Seahawks are going to win. They're going to move on to the conference championship. 49ers, you had a great season, especially despite all your injuries. I'm envious of you as a Lions fan that you could have so many fucking injuries and still make it as far as the divisional round, whereas we were like basically just as injured, if not more, and didn't even make the playoffs. So it is what it is. I won't be salty about it. Next game. The 5 seed Houston Texans versus the 2 seed New England Patriots. What the fuck were both of these games that these two teams played last week? First off, the Texans. They did not show up the first 3 quarters of the game. CJ Stroud turned the ball over, I believe, 5 times. I think he fumbled it like 3 times. The 3 or 4 times, then he threw an interception. The score was like 7-6 going into the fourth quarter. If it was not for the elite Texans defense, the best defense in the entire league, argue with the fucking wall, if it wasn't for them absolutely coming out of nowhere, playing we are going to slime you out football, and scoring, I believe, like 14 points themselves, then the Steelers might have won that game. However, Aaron Rodgers did not play great. Rest in peace, Aaron Rodgers' career, potentially. His last pass being a pick six, perfectly tying his legacy and his career to Brett Favre once again. Also, rest in peace, Mike Tomlin stepping down from the Steelers, but it was about time. It was time for a change of scenery for him and a culture change for the Steelers. Time to actually tank and get yourself a quarterback who will last more than one season instead of being on this carousel for all time. So, not a great win from the Texans, all things considered. They did the thing where they only showed up in the fourth quarter and they didn't play a full 4 quarters of football. And, CJ Stroud usually turns into like a different beast in the playoffs, as you can recall from both wildcard games last year and the year prior against the, I believe it was the Browns and the Chargers respectively. But then here we have him against the Steelers and kind of just made him look like a fool. Just sad to say because I'm a CJ Stroud enjoyer. Meanwhile, the Patriots, boy howdy, what a shit show that game was. Patriots Chargers, worst game of the week, bar fucking none. Which is crazy because Texans Steelers were giving it some competition. Sacks were the name of the game last week with the Chargers and the Patriots. I believe Maye got sacked 5 times and Herbert got sacked 6 times. It's also time for the Chargers to move the fuck on from Justin Herbert. He's a playoff choker. He's if man. Oh, if he had a better O-line, he would have won. Shut the fuck up. He's 0-3 in the playoffs. It was like, year 6? Trade him. You'll get like fucking 3 first-round draft picks for him. You'll trade him. You can find a quarterback that's, even if he's a step down from Justin Herbert, it won't be that bad. Chargers are never going to win anything with Justin Herbert. You heard it here first. I gotta stop saying so fucking much. God damn it. Both games were pretty shit. Both teams were pretty shit in that game, but Patriots actually had a quarterback who is semi-competent at least. Drake Maye is better than Justin Herbert. I think it's official now. Fuck, I did it again. Fuck. God damn it. Patriots are still on big fraud alert because they once again had the easiest playoff team to play in the entire playoff field this year. But now they face the best defense in the league. This is where Drake Maye puts his money where his mouth is. It's put up or shut up time. If he can overcome, If he can overcome the best defense in the league, then it's time to put a little more respect on Drake Maye's name. This is going to be a tough one. It's going to be tough. Because I am worried about that offense coming in and doing some bullshit. Is what I would say if I didn't watch the game last week and I saw that Drake Maye and that offense couldn't do fucking shit. They got like 1 touchdown and all field goals. Chargers only flew across the country to kick a field goal too, by the way. It's neither here nor there. Houston is going to have Drake Maye running for his fucking life. His life. They're going to sack him, what? 5 times at least? Again? Just like the Chargers did last week? Easy fucking money. Give me the Texans. Money line. Texans are moving on to the AFC Conference Championship. Patriots had a cupcake schedule all year, and now the fraud check is ringing. The fraud alert bells are ringing. It's time. The alarms are going off. Drake Maye, you're good. You're a good quarterback. I don't think that this cupcake schedule was you taking advantage of a bunch of teams to stat pad your numbers. At least you looked dominant in your beating up on crippled teams. So there's that. Patriots have a bright future ahead of them, but unfortunately their playoff hopes, their playoff dreams, their championship dreams rather this year, are getting snuffed out by the most we are going to line the fuck up and slime you out defense in the league. Texans, money line. I got it at plus 150. Easy fucking cash. Next game. Finally, the last game of the divisional round, the 5 seed Los Angeles Rams versus the 2 seed Chicago Bears. What a fucking roller coaster both of these games that these teams played last week were. Starting with the Rams. I told y'all! Panthers plus 10.5. Easiest no sweat of the entire fucking week. I cannot believe. No, I can't believe because I predicted it. Panthers beat the Rams last week. Panthers are nice. Panthers are nice. Did they get into the playoffs on a technicality? Yes. But was that only because... Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I gotta restructure my train of thought here. Panthers are nice. Low-key nice. They're not at championship level strength yet, but Tet is the offensive rookie of the year. Bryce Young is getting better. He's getting better. Dowdle is nice. Hubbard is nice. Maybe get like a bigger stud of a tight end. That defense though, that Panthers defense and that special teams too. That block punt was crazy. But that defense, man. Guys like J.C. Horn, guys like Michael Jackson. Panthers, even though you didn't win a playoff game, you kept it insanely close, and not even in a Bears way, which we'll talk about in a minute, where you were getting blown the fuck out and you came back. You kept the game within striking distance within the Rams, who a lot of people have as their favorites to win it all. That's impressive. That is nothing to hang your head in shame over. Hold it up high. You had a winning season, not in terms of, going above 500, but you had a successful season. Anyone who says that you didn't have a successful season this year is talking out their ass, don't know ball. I am looking forward to seeing what the Panthers are going to do next year, because I think they are on the rise. Buy Panther stocks now while they're still relatively low. They're going crazy. And because Buccaneers are fucking retarded and didn't fire Todd Bowell movements, Panthers might be the best team in the NFC South, which is, I know, is like saying the Panthers are the tallest of the 7 dwarves, but it's something. Winning a division means you get a playoff game every year. It means you shouldn't, host a playoff game, but let's not open that can of worms right now. And let's revel and bask in the performance that the Panthers put on. If they were playing any other team, I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing of the Panthers just happen to match up really well with the Rams. Like they somehow understand their weaknesses and are able to prey on them and play around them. I don't know. But the Rams pulled it off in the end because they are going to win the Super Bowl. I said it last week, and I'm still saying it, even though that defense is crazy suspect. Stafford is fucking balling. Stafford didn't even play all that great last week, which is crazy. Like, he still was able to put the team on his back like a good quarterback does and get them into a position where they win the game. But at the end of the day, it's a team effort, and while Stafford didn't do all that great, they played well enough, and his team played along with him. Puka's a stud. Adams was there. Kyron's a stud. Jared Verse is a stud. They got so many good players on that team. Also, McVay is McVay. Then we have the fucking Chicago Bears. They can't keep getting away with it. They can't keep getting away with it. How do the cardiac Bears do it every week? Every week, they don't show up for the first 3 quarters. Every week, they come back in the 4th quarter and win it all. Now, granted, I was right to not bet on this game because my heart would have gone with the... Well, no, I was right to stay away from it because this game was volatile as fuck. What am I saying? I still correctly predicted. I said, in my heart, I wanted the Packers to win to further my own, pro-Lions agenda, pro-Dan Campbell agenda. But in my head, I was like, Packers are on a tailspin. They're not winning this game. Bears are going to do it. I would be happy to have been wrong, but unfortunately, I am cursed with elite ball knowledge. Such is the burden I must bear. Get it, bear. I will say this. I can't deny it anymore. Caleb Williams is good. He's a good quarterback. Not as good as Goff. He might be better than Jordan Love. He's definitely better than J.J. McCarthy. He's the second best quarterback in the division. I used to call him trash. He proved me wrong. He proved me so fucking wrong. That throw when he was falling down. Well, I think it was like, what was it? Was it 4th down as well? He was getting tackled. He was falling down. He threw it. I think it was Odunze who got it for the first down. Absolutely incredible. My jaw hit the fucking floor. That should have been game for the Packers. That should have been it. Should have wrapped it up with a little bow. But the Bears did it. The Bears fucking did it. 25 points in the 4th quarter. Packers were up 21-3 in halftime. Fire Matt LaFleur. Fire him. That is a fireable offense. Don't let him keep coaching Packers, please. Don't let him keep coaching. Not after that. Bears are not pulling that shit off twice. Not against the fucking Rams. No way. Give me the Rams to win. You already know I got the Rams winning the Super Bowl, so obviously I got them winning here. As for my Moneybags man to parlay on this game, we got Rams to win it. Puka Nacua 65 receiving yards, and Kyron Williams 50 rushing yards, which I think he also has gotten like pretty much every week except one where I think it was another blowout. So that gets it to like plus 140. I like those odds. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm the Manta. Let me know your picks for the divisional round down in the comments, and you'll see me next time.